Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Adventures of one obsessed nutrition coach on a mission to create a world where food makes you better. Guys, if you haven't checked out my blog, Create Yourself That Today, then please do so. I wrote a new blog yesterday and I'd really love to share it with you. Just a perspective of one adventurous, obsessed nutrition coach on our food system and how we can all make it better, and how till it gets better, we can all make our eating habits better so we feel better, we look better, and we just have the most awesome life experience we could possibly have. So check out Create Yourself That Today. Plus, check out my Instagram, where I've been doing quite a lot of cooking since Friday. We cooked sea snails with spinach for zinc and vitamin A. What else? There was banana ice cream that has zero sugar but a lot of chocolate sweetness, and it's proven to boost our serotonin levels to make us feel happier, again without a hint of sugar but with a lot of chocolate sweetness. So check that out on my Instagram. Today though, guys, it's Monday, it's a new week, and quarantine or not, probably you need to do some work, you want to be productive, you want to be creative. And that's what Monday is all about. Starting again, but now better, to add something beautiful to this world, something that changes the world, that serves as a people, that makes our world better. Guys, today is about staying productive, staying creative, staying upbeat and full of energy to deliver your most awesome work. And how can we make sure that we are our, if not best selves, then really good selves, making sure that we are staying productive, that we are delivering meaningful work, that we are motivated to wake up and do that work and to add something meaningful into this world. So how do we manage ourselves better? That's the ultimate question. And with my lifelong experience of remote work, where I always had to manage myself, I have quite a few pieces of advice to share with you guys. Advice number one, let's just start. Scheduling. Guys, there hasn't been a week in my life, like seriously, in my adult life, there hasn't been a week. Sometimes I might skip a day, but there hasn't been a week where I didn't have my daily planner, and every day I would schedule things. I would schedule my workouts. I would schedule my meals, besides all the work, of course, that needs to be done every single day in order to create the projects that I want to create, to deliver them, to make things happen. Like scheduling conversations with people I might approach to collaborate on some project. Calls, meetings, meetings in Zoom, as it seems to be happening right now. But scheduling everything, when I wake up, what I want to do this day, what I want to accomplish, who I want to talk to, who I want to meet, what kind of project I want to work on this week, take this week. Where do you want your project to be? Where do you want yourself to be? Like, do you want to improve your maybe eating or moving habits? Like, how exactly are you going to do that on a daily basis? And don't just think about it, because when we just think about it, nothing happens. Take it from my experience. If we don't schedule it, we don't do it. Life takes over and there is always something to do. You'll always be doing things. But guys, schedule it. Let's schedule it. Let's do it. That's tip number one. Like, especially now when most of your time is probably scheduled by you, not by somebody. You're not led by someone. There is no boss standing in front of you telling you what to do. And very often your boss will have so many things to manage himself or herself that they just are not able to manage you personally, how you stay productive. So schedule things. And again, schedule even things like your sleep, your workouts, everything. It gotta be scheduled. Otherwise, everything will get out of control and you'll be the least productive, the least happy, the least joyful, the least like the version of yourself that you yourself don't like to meet. So schedule, number one. Number two, April. It's a month of challenges. Guys, challenges can be a very powerful thing when you use them for your benefit. And it doesn't have to be anything specific. It can be your personal customizable challenge. For me personally, one of my challenges is to stay till the rest of April with 1 meal a day or 2 meals before my 40-hour fast. So that's, for example, how I make sure that I manage my nutrition, right? Every meal has to be only whole foods. And if I add oils, there are only 2 tablespoons per day. That's just, a part of my challenge. So again, it's all written down. It can be completely like whatever you want it to be. Another challenge I'm doing to make sure that I'm physically fit and I exercise regularly, whether I feel like it or not. And to be honest, guys, these days, more often than not, I'm not feeling like standing in front of my TV doing some exercise with some instructor somewhere over there on the other side of the screen. More often than not, I feel lazy, like I noticed that. And so I understand that it is important to schedule those things. And so my challenge is to every single day for the month of April, exercise an hour a day with some online instructor. So the workout, it doesn't have to be anything. Sometimes it's like jazzercise, some strengths and cardio moves to the music. Sometimes it's bodybuilding.com in there at home workouts. Sometimes it's prison style workouts. Sometimes it's ballet dancing, whatever it is, but 1 hour. And if the workout is not the full hour, then the rest of the hour I work on my abs, I work on my flexibility and stretching. So that's another challenge. What's your challenge? When it comes to my work, I don't do any challenges, but that's like, I always love doing my work because I love my work. For me, it's a challenge to take a break and take a day off because since my work is online and everybody is online, I have more opportunities to work with people than ever. So for me, it's a challenge to actually schedule a day off, not the work. The work kind of happens because I'm really passionate about what I do. So challenges, guys. Number two, besides the schedule, challenges. Like for the month of April, or maybe for the next 4 weeks, as a lot of my clients started this week, they kind of like woke up to the idea that it might take a while for this COVID-19 to go away. So a lot of my clients started doing challenges today, Monday, this week, 4-week challenge. Exercise, healthy eating, some work thing, whatever it might be. So challenges. And related to the challenges, what helps you to stick with the challenge and to remind yourself visually, and we are visual creatures, is to have a calendar. You can order online or get it at the nearest store if it's open. You can get a page of a wall calendar. The bigger, the better. You put it on your wall, and every day you do the challenge. You put some sort of like cross or check mark right on the calendar with some bold marker like red or orange or pink, so you see it really clearly. So put that page on your mirror, on your wall, wherever you see yourself the most often. So put it there and don't break the chain. So every day for the next 4 weeks, let's say, there should be a cross mark, a check mark, and that will help you to remember about that challenge. And also what is really cool, if you write down somewhere close to that calendar why you started, why it's important for you to do this challenge, what negative effects can happen if you just drop this challenge. Maybe you get fat or unfit or something, or you lose all your clients or something else. Just put it there why you do it and do it. Don't break the chain. So that's related to challenges and sticking with them. So schedule challenges, don't break the chain. Some of the tools that might help you, like they helped me not one time. And then the last one is just start. And let me explain, guys, what I mean by that strategy, just start. As I shared with you just now, very often these days I feel not so motivated, to say the least, to do my regular exercise. Even though I do love exercise, but staying at home, it kind of, I don't know, makes it more difficult to stick with it. Just not so much fun as it usually is. So when I'm feeling not motivated to do anything, and I'm just feeling like sitting and, I don't know, being unproductive, or just sitting and working on my computer till my eyes can stay open. So what I do is I tell myself, I allow myself to just start and do it for 5 minutes. And then if in 5 minutes I decide that I can't do it, like I'm really that tired and exhausted, or that my body can really not move, or that after 5 minutes I'm not feeling like doing still, like I'm still really not motivated and don't want to do it. If I start and after 5 minutes I decide to stop, I honestly allow myself to do that. And once I started doing that, when I'm being lazy about exercise, in my brain, I hear that voice. Well, worst come to worst, you can do it for 5 minutes and then quit. You can do 5 minutes, anybody can do 5 minutes. And so I get dressed, I put my workout clothes on, and I go and exercise. And it never happened yet that after 5 minutes, I didn't feel like continuing. And even though on some days I might not feel like my best self, I might not be as jumpy or as into my workout as I usually am, even if that happens, I still move for an hour or so. And it's still much, much better than nothing. And so just start. And that doesn't have to be with exercise. Sometimes when I need to shoot, when I have this great idea for shooting a video and I want it to get done, but I'm kind of, there's gonna be like uncomfortable, I gotta do this, or I gotta create mess there, like it's gonna be a mess in my kitchen, like I don't want to do this video. So when that comes up, I'm like, okay, just start, get into the kitchen, and if in 5 minutes you decide that it's not working, that it was a stupid idea and you don't want to do it, then you can quit. And I allow myself mentally to do that, and then I start, and then I never stop. That's what happens. In Russia we have a saying that the appetite comes while you're eating. So actually the same comes with many activities. And there is even neuroscience explanation for that. Our brain, it likes to complete things. Like there is dopamine actually released when we complete a task. So you actually feel good when you complete something, and you feel bad if we feel bad, all of us, if we start something and we don't finish it. Like, if you start something and you don't finish it, you just feel like uncomfortable. And that's actually physiological feeling. It's your body wants dopamine to be released because it's a pleasurable sensation, but it only is released when we finish things. And so just start helps you to continue to finish, because you naturally are wired that way, that your brain wants the dopamine to be released, and you can only release it, your body can only release it once the task is complete. And that's probably made sense for a lot of reasons for us to survive. We had the drive to finish things, and it's still there, and you can use it. So use this technique. Just start. Tell yourself, okay, I don't have to exercise for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes, for whatever. I'm just gonna start. 5 minutes, and if I decide to quit it, I can quit, whatever that is. The same is phone calls, or maybe some learning or studying. Allow yourself to start for 5 minutes, and then if you decide to quit it. But guys, be careful. Most in my life it never happened, and probably will never happen in yours. You will never stop. You will always continue. But allowing yourself that moment, allowing yourself to understand that, okay, if I'm really not capable, if I'm really not feeling that, then in 5 minutes I allow myself to stop. So just start. Use this technique. It really works. To recap, guys, the best strategies to stay super productive, pumped up for work, energetic, and delivering meaningful work, and still living, somewhat a version of your awesome life, even in quarantine. We gotta manage ourselves better. And to manage ourselves better, there are 3 tools that I like personally using, and I always teach them to my clients. So number 1, schedule things, and not just work or meetings, online meetings or calls, but schedule everything: your exercise, your food, your sleep, when you do hobbies, when you take days off. Now I'm also scheduling that. So schedule things, guys, everything. Otherwise, it's never going to get done and you're not going to feel the best. Number 2, challenges. To make sure that you are not going to be falling behind in your health, in your fitness, in many things, in your work. Maybe in your studying, maybe you wanted to study or you were studying something and now it's online and you're not that motivated. Use challenges. Use don't break the change. So get a page of a calendar, put it on your wall, put besides it the reason why you started, and every day you do the thing that you committed to do for, let's say, next 4 weeks. You put a cross mark, a check mark, and don't break the chain. Believe me, guys, it is a powerful visual tool to keep yourself consistent with doing things that are important to you. And then just start. Allow yourself to not commit to the full duration or whatever it is needs to be done. Allow yourself to just start and do things for 5 minutes. And if you're really not feeling like it after 5 minutes, like exercise or your work or whatever that might be, allow yourself to quit it. But first and always, you gotta start. Just start and keep it doing for 5 minutes. So that's it, guys. That's it for today's. My top strategies that I've been using throughout my whole life, working remotely, working for myself, having to manage myself and my work and my successes and failures all by myself. So these are my best tools I have shared with you today. Use them and you'll be surprised how much more you can get out of yourself. Because believe it or not, guys, success in all areas of our lives, it's all about self-management. It's not about making yourself into a different version of yourself. It's about managing what you got to the best of your ability. It's about self-management. So these are the tools that will help you to do that better. Thank you for listening, guys. Share this episode with more people, with more creatives and workers of all kinds who are on a mission to deliver meaningful work and live an awesome life. So share this episode, share these tools. They help people. And as usual, guys, till next time, eat better daily. And don't forget to check out my Instagram for those recipes that will make your eating better fun.